Alright, welcome ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls to the Valorant First Strike Closed Qualifier number 2 brought to you by UMG Gaming. And this is a first round matchup here of Group D action, a best out of 3. Immortals taking on the Pittsburgh Knights. As I'm Breaky CPK, your commentator. Looking forward to this one, certainly. It will be Pittsburgh Knights versus Immortals, and I already have the teams on the wrong side. Go figure, so let me fix that real quickly. I swear I had it on the right side as we were going in. That's not how you spell Knights. But apologize for the slight production change at the last second. But boom, there we go. Okay, now it should be good to go. Let's move that over at least a little bit. Make it a little bit smaller. Nothing like some on-the-fly production. All right, anyways, here we go. Game number 1, it's going to be Immortals as defense and Knights as offense. And you look at right off the bat, by the way, the Knights are looking to hit that B site full throttle. They do have the breach lead the way. ZK on the Phoenix. Ziff is certainly the star player to look out for. In fact, speaking of that, he's going to charge and lands a headshot on JC Stanny. And already down 1. The follow-up coming from Breach, but Gangsta able to make the trade happen. The life pool of everyone on the Knights is very low currently as well. They've got sprayed through the smoke, and now you need to decide, do you want to keep committing to this or fall back? And the decision has been made to fall back for the time being, but the hold is there for Immortals, as they're currently now in a 4 versus 3, but it really is much more than that. Again, you'll look at the life pool of everyone on the side of the Pittsburgh Knights. They're pretty beat up for the time being, so at least they'll snatch up an orb, get an ultimate charge thrown in there. But now you need to decide where you want to go. But as far as the agents being used, again, Breach on the side of the Pittsburgh Knights, who's currently dead. But I want to say that's the only difference. No, actually, they do not have a sentry. That's right. And I think this is, so the time I did cast him in the first qualifiers against Dignitas, I believe they did the same thing. They do not like running the sentries, either the Cypher or the Killjoy specifically. Again, they did receive those nerfs in the latest patch.
30
so
seconds
certainly
left.
That you think that is part of it. But very interesting. They got to be one of the only teams that I've seen, at least, that goes by that idea. So now with that said, on offense, you'd figure that's their time to shine. Well, they're going to go back to A. It almost feels like this is too obvious, though. But 14 seconds remaining. Can they do it? Jamo, he's in a great spot. Kills the arrow right off the bat. Lands one on Ziff. Cannot kill the Sova, as DSR is able to get one himself, but we'll finally find Dawn as shot up. The star player of Immortals gets his own kill, and the first round finally comes to a conclusion. So it's going to be 1-0 to start on the way of Immortals. And now the ultimate question of what kind of buy are we going to be seeing if you're Pittsburgh Knights? I mean, they did get 3 kills. Not too shabby. No bomb plant, though, to work with, so their economy not necessarily going to be the greatest. And it looks like we're going to see the flat-out full save coming out from them. Currently, Ziff, the only one towards B. He's got to have shot up, creeping up with that stinger of his. Who's going to get impatient first? The peek, and oh, trying to dash away. Almost looked like he did for a second on our screen, but no, 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 says the game. Latency kicks in, and Jet goes down. Trying to be sneaky. Ronaldo, spike in hand on that breach. Again, when it comes to initiating, they have a lot of flashes to work with. They have great way. They have decent ways to get information with that Sova, especially. But shot up, lands yet another kill, and the orbs away. Cannot get a third though. Don takes him out, and that B site is currently open. So bomb plant possible. Neptune gonna throw out the camera and at least get a tag in, but the bomb ideally should be able to be planted here. Don finds JMO as well. And Neptune will catch Don trying to be a little sneaky after he got those couple of kills. ZK, headshot, not going to be enough. And the retake is fairly easily there for Immortals. And it'll now go up 2-0. But especially with the plant right there, the economy going to be very healthy now for the side of Knights, and the save on top of that. So their arsenal will be reflecting that, I'm sure. But yeah, I get stuck up on that idea that it's one of those, I would love to kind of have a conversation with a team like Knights and question the idea of why they choose to not run the Sentinels, why they choose not to go with the Killjoy or the Cypher, when it seems like most other teams are still doing that, despite said nerfs.
Cover going out.
You see the Vandals, as well as Phantoms in hand. It's going to be the Stingers and a couple of Spectres on the other side. They're still working with those SMGs for Immortals. Sova creeping up towards Cat. DSR might find himself in a mirror matchup battle against Gangsta, who's back there as he actually gets blinded by his teammate. I thought somebody might have been hanging out at the top of Catwalk. Not the case. Gangsta's back in the tree. Shock darts as he hears that drone coming in. He tried to smoke it off and everything, but eventually the drone will get some information. And I'm guessing he saw a couple of people there, so you gotta think. Pittsburgh Knights may not want to press the issue now. Nobody dead yet. Still 45 seconds about remaining. Pittsburgh gonna have to make their move soon, and it seems like B's gonna be their play of choice. You have Ziff pushed up mid already. There are two defenders over here, though. Shot up. He's in prime position. Oh, boy. You know the chance is coming. Neptune to his right. Left. There's the peek. Gets the spray down on the head. Gets another no. He orbs away. Got the initial shot. ZK able to take on Neptune, but it will be a 2-for-2 trade. And now Pittsburgh Knights running on in. DSR gets through. Gangsta trying to spray with the Spectre.
Right here.
Getting that arrow information.
Spike planted.
But gun advantage is favoring the Pittsburgh Knights right now in this 3-vs-3. It's going to be a tough retake for Immortals. They do not have that Sova arrow, the recon bolt, for another 15 seconds. Oh, and you have Dawn also looking to flank. They're checking this area, but Dawn's being very patient with it. And he's in a great flank position. They're charging in, but Dawn with the flank is expected. DSR takes out Stanley as well, and Ziff will finish off J-Mo. They all get a kill, and the hold is very successful for the Pittsburgh Knights. Make it 2-1. Immortals, of course, going to be on a buy of their own now, and this is where things get a little more serious. So welcome once again to the stream, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. I'm BreakCBK, your commentator. We're in game number 1 of our best of 3. The Pittsburgh Knights versus Immortals. This is a Group D matchup. No matter what, both teams are still in the event. It's just a matter if you go to the losers bracket or the winner finals of your group from the series. Arrow's going to be destroyed in that middle. JMO, he's got the operator. No peaks to take advantage of, though. Good patience from the Pittsburgh Knights, perhaps expecting an operator in hand. What's up, chat? I do see chat making some awesome comments in there. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Yeah, Pittsburgh Knights. So we did talk about that in the last time I happened to commentate them. They have 2 or 3 players, I want to say, that are considered Fortnite pros, a former at least. So, you know, just another example of all these different games, whether it's Fortnite, Overwatch, Counter-Strike, etc., that players coming into Valorant to compete in this great scene. Take some shock dart damage right there. You have the Sova drone in the mid lane getting caught up, at least taking out the trap, and JMO gets taken out by Ziv. That's a huge kill because that was an operator. Not going to be able to pick it up, however. So ideally,
30 seconds
Immortals
left.
should be able to get their hands on this operator. Shot up, he's thinking about it, but he's expecting a push, so he's not going for it either. Instead, you have ZK towards the A side. Man, they're being so patient. 15 seconds remaining. A couple of flashes to use. Gonna get that breach flash instead. Trying to find a pick. Kills the arrow. But no, cannot find anyone to actually kill himself. Shot up, holding from heaven. Gangsta there as well. Gets to himself. And is just now on Ziff. He got one earlier. He gets a second of Gangsta. But the time runs out. It took them forever to get to A in the first place. And with the excellent initial hold from Immortals, they were not going to get that win at all for the Pittsburgh Knights. So despite the big kill taking out the operator initially in that round, it doesn't matter. And it looks like they did eventually get the operator back hands to JMO. We're able to pick it up.
Right here.
Ultimates are starting to come in hand now as we're entering round number 5. 3-1 start for Immortals. Got shot up in Gangsta. Both ready to go with the Silva and Reyna. Of course, you heard the knives coming out on the side of Ziff. Oh, and one tag. Gangsta, he is going to tag another randomly. Both Phoenix and Omen suddenly losing a bit of their life. This is where you kind of wish you had that Sage, but nobody picks Sage. Isn't that crazy to think about how Sage was the absolute you have to have on your team for the longest time? And then a couple of patches happen, it's like, and now she's useless. The knives. Gangster, though, so patient. That shock dart. I was wondering if Dom was going to get hit by it. Man, Gangster just seems to know that they're coming, holding the exact right angle. Can Ziff land this? You know it's coming. Gangsta takes out DSR with a peek. Now the arrow coming out, but there's the right click. JMO finds ZK though with an operator. The Ziff cannot land the right click. Got a phantom, but it doesn't matter. Shot up, shoots him in the face.
30 seconds left.
And another case of 4 versus 1 all of a sudden, make it 4 versus nobody. The cleanup for Immortals. So once again, the Pittsburgh Knights being fairly slow with their execution in terms of when to go in. It's not phasing Immortals, though. It's almost like the Pittsburgh Knights are trying to wait for Immortals to overpush, overextend, go for some rotations. I mean, I guess that is one of the downsides, of course, of not having a Sentinel on offense in this case is you don't have those traps, turrets, whatever, to spot somebody trying to flank you. Even with the nerfs, you could still do that somewhat. But so maybe that's kind of their mindset that they're working with, that they're kind of forced to wait for the push-ups and the flanks, but Immortals isn't biting. To their credit, they're playing it very steady. Have a 4-1 lead now. And Knights they were able to buy, by the way. I was actually thinking they might have had to save, but they do all have full armor. Guns in hand of Phantoms and Vandals. JC Stanny, the one-way smoke. Phoenix peeks on through. No flash with all the flashes they have. I'm honestly shocked they chose not to at least flash with somebody. And it bites him in the ass. JMO, he's holding the angle at the generator. Here's the teleport coming out behind him. Going to be canceled just for information, and so much for that information. Don's like, wait a second. Where did my team go? Oh, they're dead. Yeah, that's a problem. I do see somebody asking in chat, nobody's using Sky. You wonder why? Sky is banned. Sky is ineligible to be picked up. So, as I mentioned earlier, both Sky and then Icebox as a map, even though they're in the game currently, they are ineligible. Dawn, oh no. He doesn't pick though, but it's like they knew. Gangsta just had that spidey sense tingling, as I like to say. Looking at 5-1 now, and this is where that buy, or the save, excuse me, is going to have to come out. For the side of the Pittsburgh Knights. So the Knights were able to take advantage in round 3 as they had the gun advantage due to the SMG saves from Immortals, but outside of that, it's been all Immortals. And Immortals is looking to get pretty aggressive towards B this round. You have Ronaldo holding a tight angle with that Sheriff. It almost looked like shot up checked as well, but apparently not. It was the quick check that didn't actually get him. It was like the wait, was somebody actually there? Yes, there was. Oh, the knives right in front of them. JMO lands a knife kill on DSR as the knives do come out. Now heading back towards the A site.
Cover going out.
Ooh. Almost lands that right shot with the Sheriff, but ZK is able to clean up actually as a Vandal. Takes advantage. JMO wants to go for the flank, couldn't get the kill. He finds ZK eventually. Gangsta got zipped. And it is now down to Dom with 3 life and a dream. Ooh, JC Stanny sprayed through the wall. All that's needed. Now make it 6-1. Back to buys for the side of the Pittsburgh Knights. It seems like they've been favoring the A site quite a bit. You know, and I don't want to say it's lack of mid control because really no one's going mid on either side. If anything, Knights, we've seen several rounds where they'll push up a little bit to market even, but Immortals just isn't there. Nobody's home, and it almost seems like Knights is a little confused what to do from that. That's just how safe Immortals seems to be playing, and I really think it's throwing off the Pittsburgh Knights quite a bit. Gangsta spots a couple with the drone. He also saw a couple on the B side, so great information coming out right there from Gangsta. Land that initial shot, but J-Mo lands the operator on DSR, and he has the angle against Ziff. That jiggle peek ain't gonna work. Third is not gonna happen. Shot up. Now he is pushing up. Only 2 remaining. Makes more sense. Might find breach. No, he looked away at the last second. That's unfortunate timing. Ronaldo's like, thank you very much.
"30 seconds left."
Down to 20 seconds now. Are they just going to save? It looks like that's the play. On the side of Pittsburgh Knights, economy is again not that great now. You do have that 1,000 credit less hit as a result of the penalty.
10 seconds left.
The idea of that, usually trying to incentivize wanting to go for finishing the round strong rather than just saving like this, but that's the worst case scenario. He got killed after it. Oh no. Did he get killed after it? Maybe he got killed at the same second. It was hard to tell, actually, but that would have been the worst. If you get killed right after the timer runs out for not planting the bomb, that's a yikes. Anyway, 7-1 now as we enter round number 9, Immortals. It's been all them. And I had mentioned earlier, it seems like A is the name of the game for Pittsburgh Knights. This round, though, it's, well, it was looking like it may have been a bit different off the bat. They were looking to be, but trying to line up some smokes and arrows. That's a fun one. Okay, to spot anyone close, but, you know, as we've been routinely seeing from Immortals, they just don't push. They are changing up their defense from round to round quite a bit, but now Shot Up, he is hiding in the smoke. This could catch them off guard because of the previous rounds. He's even got ultimate, not going to use it, of course. Give it away right now. Falls back as the smoke runs out. Has to land the shot, gets the initial one. He orbs away, and they cannot run him down. He's going to blind in. Do you commit this if you're Knights? It looks like they're trying to. Dawn, he's going to market, gets in front of the flash. Able to find one, cannot find the second though. Neptune, enough of a hold, and he peeks to his own smoke to get 2 more. The triple kill for Neptune. Beautiful spray down there from him.
That goes there. Yes, this should do. This goes here. Oh, this is a nice spot.
8-1 now. Back to Sheriffs for the Pittsburgh Knights. Shot Up. Has been sitting on that Empress for a bit. It's going to be a heavy A push, though. Gangsta hiding in his own smoke. JC Stanny goes down next to him, but able to find one as Gangsta. He falls back. Ziff, though, charging it with the knives, gets the trade on J-Mo. And the spike has been planted, so maybe that's the way you need to play it if you're Pittsburgh. Just go fast. And a great shock dart kill from DSR. Suddenly the numbers looking very good for the Pittsburgh Knights, making 3 versus 1. Shot Up with 14 life. It ain't gonna work. He even had the Empress activated. It just does not matter. What a just onslaught there from the Pittsburgh Knights, going full force in a save round, essentially. And they take it fairly effectively. I mean, Ziff, of course, with the knives was a big start off the bat, but very well played. So they do get a second round, and if they can finish with 2 more, suddenly things ain't looking as bad.
Right here.
Shout out to Immortals in chat.
Revealing area.
And everyone in chat for that matter. Welcome to the stream. Hopefully you're having a good day, as Immortals is definitely having a great day so far. But Pittsburgh Knights again showing that sign of life there the previous round. JMO, not going to let it phase him too much, so he's got that operator once again in hand. As he's holding the B angle, but nobody pushing yet. Ziff will find shot up. That was actually at the catwalk, so DSR as well as Dawn going to push the advantage now. So again, not necessarily fast, but are working the way up. Dawn, he gets traded out by Neptune, however.
Joke's over. You're
I
dead.
know exactly where.
ZK takes a headshot as soon as the ulti's out. As Gangsta, I think he did some damage right there, but not enough for any kills. ZK, his real self though, he does find Neptune. And now towards that B side, JMO hiding in his own smoke. Oh, he can't get the close up. He misses it, he pulls out the ghost. He also can't get the kill, but he's still alive, so kind of a win. He's being flanked by ZK. The Doctor misses, but ZK is a little too quick for him. And now in a 2 versus 2, DSR trying to figure out how to play this out. He's got the bomb. He's trying to plant it once again. Plant will go down. ZK holding in B main. I think they know he's there. Gangsta and JC Stanley charging in together. They can't find him initially. JC Stanley does. Gets in the other direction. Great teamwork so far. Now it's up to ZK with 95 life. He's watching the stairs. Nobody's coming. He's going to go Speedway. Can't land the shot. Gangsta just too good. And finishes off strong. 9-2 will be your first half score. So far. We still got one more.
Last round in the half.
Ultimate status. JMO knives out, ready to go. He's got that operator though. DSR and Ronaldo, so Breach as well as Sova on the other side. And I don't think we've seen the Breach ultimate yet. I mean, he's 2-11-4, so really has not had the most successful game. So you would hope that that Rolling Thunder is going to come into play this round. Even if it's not the prime spot, the last thing you want to do is hold it for the whole half and not get any use out of it. So I heard DSR using his, but doesn't look like he got... actually, maybe shot up, took a hit from it. Okay. Yeah, he's down to 70. Apologies for missing that. Oh, that's the one where you feel pretty good about. Shot up's like, yeah, I totally meant to do that. Just strafing away headshot. DSR will get some revenge, though, for his fallen teammate. No gangsters there, but they can't find the kill. They do some damage. 75 life on Silva. They're going to smoke off A main. Breach with the bomb, though. He's towards B, waiting for the flank to happen, but nobody's coming. You see Neptune, he's still holding. He's having to watch market as well for the time being, thinking that somebody could be pushing up there. So it's a pretty tough spot, but
30
as we
seconds
see
left.
on the mini-map, it looks like A is going to be the play now. So yeah, they need Breach to ulti here. I really hope the Rolling Thunder comes out for the sake of the Pittsburgh Knights. I would say ulti hell heaven area, but it's not going in. Oh, man. Okay, here we go. And now it comes out. They get a couple of openers. They did get 2 losses, though, and suddenly JMO joins the party and takes out 2 to finish the job. And finish strong. 10-2 is your actual first half score as we now switch sides and go to the second half. Man, oh man. The idea was nice, but too much of the trading going on, specifically coming out from Immortals. An effective hold. And now 10-2 as they take offense. So this goes back to the conversation of the Pittsburgh Knights. They do not have a Sentinel. So how well can they hold? Well, it looks like going to be just a heavy B rush off the bat. ZK, he'll Molotov and start walking away. Doesn't want to get too much away, but again, they knew he Molotov, so Neptune trying to run him down with that frenzy in hand. Gibson at 15 live. ZK's just spamming, hoping for a random kill, but JMO takes a DSR on the back. ZK's at 10 live. Ziv finds a couple, though, holding from Market. And suddenly, it's not looking too shabby.
Spike
3 versus
planted.
3. Spike is going to be planted. Finally, ZK goes down, sitting on a thread there for so long. It's going to be up to Don as well as Ronaldo.
Cover going out. Stealing
Comes a
sight.
flash through. Breach flash as well. Just can't land the shots, though. Whereas Immortals certainly can. JMO, he gets a hat trick to start the second half even. And a quick 11-2 score now. Looking good for Immortals. And this is the extra difficult spot for the Pittsburgh Knights. I mean, it's always a question whether or not you want to buy into round 2 after a loss, but seeing the overall score, you're down 11-2. You don't buy here. Conceding, trying to play for overtime, having to win 10 rounds in a row, it just doesn't feel right.
This
So
goes here.
I do like this call. They're just going to buy out. They go full armor. They go Sheriffs. Going to hope for some headshots initially. The camera spots them, though, peeking in. ZK and DSR. The plan has been foiled. And great patience coming out from Immortals.
I got the spike.
Ziff has a chance to the right side. Back a cat. Nope. Sees Omen. Can't find the head, though, and he's going to be peeked. JC Stanley actually got credit for the kill. JMO, with only 5 life, is running back towards B. That's because Gangsta has full control of it currently, and it is just down to Ronaldo now, as it's a flawless round indeed for Immortals, just like it's felt like for most of this game. 12-2.
Match point.
Game point. Going to be coming out now for the side of Immortals. Obviously, Knights is going to force the best they can. But I'm sure Bind is going to be on their mind now. Or I believe it's Haven. It's either Haven or Bind. I'll have to double check what map 2 is. Either way, shot up. He runs through the fire. So trying to catch ZK off guard. He dinks him initially, jiggles back, and finishes the job. So well played by Shot Up. Again, just the idea that ZK is like, there's no way he walks to this, so I have more time. Shot Up has a different plan. They've taken over A, trying to finish it right here, right now. They're going to trade eventually, does the Pittsburgh Knights, taking out the door. Just trying to spray through the wall for the time being. Eventually, you gotta go, though. Arrow comes out. Not spotting anybody. Good job hiding on the side of Immortals. There's a drone. It's gonna be killed quickly, so they have some information. Not the most, so JC standing in his ultimate. Takes out Ronaldo. Gangsta gets done. They just clean them up like it's nothing. Immortals cleans up the Pittsburgh Knights. And 13-2 will be your first half, or excuse me, your first game score, as we'll be heading into game 2 shortly. So there you go. It's you know, this was a series when I was informed that had the chance to commentate it. I was certainly looking forward to it, but did also feel, you know, Immortals, they're coming to play. They're on a mission here. They're here to qualify, of course, for the end result. Not that the Pittsburgh Knights aren't, but as far as the previews teach us or show us going into this matchup, certainly in the Immortals the favorite. So showed that way in game 1, proved to be that way even in game 1. We'll see in game 2 how things perhaps change up. And I want to clarify on the map choice. So let me scroll up real quickly. It is going to be Bind. So Bind will be map 2. We'll see how things are adjusted. And again, the big thing that I know myself, and I'm sure others are going to be looking for, is do the Pittsburgh Knights throw a Sentinel in there? Do they actually pick a Sentinel, and is it maybe a map decision specifically for Ascent? But either way, intrigued to find out. But it is going to be a 1-0 lead for Immortals. Going to take that short break, and we'll have game number 2 should be coming up shortly. So I want to thank everyone for tuning in. This is awesome. Again, I had the chance. I was asked to commentate here for this First Strike event here for these qualifiers. Somewhat last minute, but I am very thankful for the opportunity. Hopefully you guys are enjoying it. Valorant has been a game I've been tempted to start getting in a little bit more and casting and commentating on. So I am having fun doing this. Feel free to give me any feedback that you do have, and let me know what you think as well. But thanks for all the follows and any other support that comes my way. On top of that, I appreciate it. I do also stream other stuff as well on this very channel. But hey, more Valorant commentating certainly is a possibility too. But anyways, we're going to go on that break. Stay tuned, guys. Game number 2 going to be coming up next.